This is Varog?
The recent days have seen rising lawlessness near the border. Doubtless the consequence of the instability in Glenbrook.
Indeed.
Lord Svarog, forgive me. I forget myself, my lord.
It's too late for that. Out with it.
My lord, the bulk of our forces are occupied abroad, leaving only scant numbers at home. The longer this campaign continues, the more fraught the situation within our borders becomes.
Your concern is duly noted, Sikris. Rest assured that the Archduke is not ignorant to such issues. And besides, strength of arms is not the only means by which order is maintained. The time has come to gird our nation with fire and steel.
Fire and steel, my lord?
Yes. We shall fulfill our duty at last.
Roland in jail.
Cordelia, what's wrong?
Brother,
Calm yourself. Take a deep breath. Now, tell me what happened.
I heard them talking. I wasn't supposed to, but I heard them. Thalas and... Oh, Roland. The Archduke. He means to order your execution.
I mean, it was always going to happen.
Grave news, my lord. Prince Roland is to be beheaded at the Archduke's decree.
What? On what grounds?
For inciting unrest by ordering the invasion of the Falklands.
The gall of that man.
Furthermore, House Wolffort has been invited to attend the execution. Our presence is mandatory.
Yeah, of course it is. That sneak.
Do you mean to go?
We dare not disobey the summons. The consequences would almost certainly be dire.
Are we just dogs to answer his beck and call?
My lady. Please, I understand. But we have no choice.
I know this, and I apologize. It's just that there are things we must protect. Things I must protect. Lest we lose what makes us human.
Yep. So that's the end of that's the end of the chapter. This is when the demo ended. So you got to see the Svarog event, but you never got to see this part. You get to see what happened after this point. So this will be interesting because I have never seen this next section before.
News of Prince Roland's coming execution is carried far and wide. In the blink of an eye, the kingdom of Glenbrook is no more. The realm reels from the tragic turn of events. Prince Roland's death marks an uncertain change in the flow of history. A change which none in the Old Kingdom have the power to reverse. However, the eruption of conflict in the region does not go unnoticed by its neighbors. In the holy state of Hyzante, opportunistic hearts stir.
Weather the storm. The Weather Vane and Weather Storm, those are the alternate chapters here.
My dearest friend has been sentenced to die, and there is naught I can do. What use is a lord's position if he can't even save those closest to him?
Serenoa, you mustn't.
Is it true? Another ravenous dog is stirring?
It is. We face none other than Minister Sorsley End, one of the Saintly Seven. It seems he means to take our domain for his own.
House End. Their position in Hyzante has been in decline for some time.
Doubtless, Sorsley means to use the Wolffort domain to bolster his flagging influence.
My lord, our soldiers have had scarce little time to rest since our last battle. I fear for their morale if they were forced to take the field against Hyzante.
Is there naught we can do?
We have sent requests for aid to House End more than once, my lord. However, our pleas have always fallen on deaf ears. Doubtless Sorsley has been biding his time to strike.
Then it is too late for words. There must be something we can do to avoid straining our already ragged forces.
There is, my lord. However...
I dread the words that follow however when they come from you.
Let us ask the Archduke for assistance.
Oh.
Are you mad, Benedict?
We must needs focus on the matter in front of us. If we weather this storm, we may see that it has unearthed unseen opportunities. However, if we let Sorsley's advance continue unabated, I'm afraid retreat may be our only option.
You are right, as usual. Very well. Ready a bird.
Izana and Piccoletta.
Your Excellency, our troops have boarded and are awaiting your orders.
Good. Stand by until I give the order to depart. We make for the Wolffort domain. Upon the foundations of their keep, we shall build the glory of House End. Tell the troops, they shall be well rewarded for their feats of bravery this day.
Yes, Your Excellency.
So on this side, we encounter Sorsley a little bit earlier.
I see House End has raised their banners. I can practically smell their greed from here. Doubtless that slug Sorsley is licking his lips even now.
I did not think House Wolffort would deign to request aid.
They surprise even me. Has the young wolf learned to swallow his pride?
What should we do, Your Grace?
We cannot very well be seen to ignore those under our protection. Go.
And what of Prince Roland?
That shall have to wait. We may have use for him yet.
Oh, that's what happened. So they're postponing Roland's execution.
Recent events have not quelled your desire for knowledge, I see. You make your teacher very happy, Frederica.
It is progress that I can see. I enjoy the growth that comes with learning.
And you should be proud.
Sheila, why do you think my brother attacked Glenbrook?
War is a means to an end, always. The question is, what end does he hope to arrive at?
But what could he hope to gain by raising the castle? I can see no point to his cruelty.
There is always a point, Frederica. As for whether others agree with that reasoning, well, oftentimes that doesn't matter.
How dreadful. Why must it come to arms? Why can't we settle our differences with words?
So long as men covet, there will be war. That fact is immutable.
Then war will continue forever, so long as man exists. Isn't that what you're saying?
Indeed. History has attested to that fact time and again.
What could there possibly be in this world worth risking life and limb for? I cannot fathom the answer.
And 'tis not a question you should trouble yourself with answering, Frederica. And so did the two forces converge on the Wolffort domain, now the linchpin of the Norzelian continent. From the west, General of Laura leads the might of the Grand Duchy of Esfrost. From the east, Sorsley End of the Saintly Seven commands an army from the holy state of Hyzante. From within the heart of this maelstrom, one man strives to find the path that will see the house he serves safely through the storm. Benedict Pascal, steward of House Wolffort, wise in war and peace alike, contemplates what to do next.
Release his fetters.
Yes, Your Grace.
You look well, my prince.
What are you doing here?
I bring good tidings. Your execution has been stayed, and I have a request to make of you.
What? What have you not already taken from me?
The good tidings did not end with a lease on life, my prince. I mean to marry your sister.
What?
However, I fear that without your assistance, she may not be entirely amenable to the arrangement.
Has your ambition driven you mad? I'll hang before I see you wed.
I had feared you might say that. In the days ahead, do remember that at first I attempted a diplomatic approach.
What?
You bastard!
Oh boy. House Wolffort discuss their next move amidst their ever-changing surroundings.
Anna, a report on our current situation, if you will.
Yes, sir. Both Esfrost and Hyzante have mustered armies and are drawing upon Castle Wolffort as we speak. Given the sudden military action, Prince Roland's execution has been stayed.
Thank you, Anna. We have much to consider.
Indeed. Our situation may be grim, but there is opportunity in chaos. However, we have scarce little time to find it.
What are you thinking, Benedict? Are we to seriously consider fighting under Esfrost's banners?
The time that House Wolffort could stand alone ended with the Salt Iron War. There is no future for us if we do not cast our lot with a greater nation. However, we at least have the freedom of choice.
Choice? What choice do we have?
I see. You had an ulterior motive to requesting aid from Esfrost.
Just so. We could offer Hyzante a glorious victory.
The Archduke's army would be caught off guard. Are you certain Hyzante would offer us asylum?
Most certainly. House Ende would be eager to bolster their flagging reputation by defeating Esfrost in the field. Doubtless, both nations view us as prey on its last legs. They forget that a cornered wolf is the most dangerous.
That means we must consider allying with Esfrost as well.
If that is what we decide, then so be it. So long as we decide. Esfrost did not ignite the fires of war lightly. They prepared for 30 years. Even so, they would only have acted if they had confidence in their chances at victory.
Do you believe Esfrost's ambition could swallow even Hyzante?
That ain't the point. After what those bastards did, I can't well say I savored the thought of fighting under them. Couldn't look at myself in the mirror, in fact.
Nothing would be more shameful than failing our duty to our house.
So we have to decide then. Esfrost or Hyzante?
Neither force has the upper hand. Our choice will surely guide the tide of battle.
Interesting way to handle it.
Very well. Then let us consult the scales.
Okay. Well, we're gonna stick with Astaroth this time around. Oh, come on. I've never had this game crash before. Benedict's undecided. Oh, I think she's Benedict and Gia are undecided. That's interesting. So basically, Benedict just want to have a gambit. I get that she doesn't want to do it. Utility is accept Astaroth's aid. Because where Sorcery is... What is that? I'm so glad Prince Roland's activity stayed. Still, I can't help but wonder how he fares in Gaming's hands. Oh, it's Liberty. It's gonna decide our path, but that doesn't change the fact that I hand my friend over our invaders. I have the right to fight over him. Please don't blame yourself, Lord General. We all know what's a little choice to make. Prince Roland himself knows that more than anyone. He may not be with us now, but that doesn't make it you two and his friends. I pray you're right. I assure you, my lord, that anger you feel towards the nation is the nature that forced this choice upon you. If only there was a way for us to strike back those Astaroth bastards. First Astaroth, now Hyzante, just what they want with Wolffort. None of our allies, nor Zelia was meant to know true peace. We even held celebrations for our new mind venture. Don't they have any shame? The other great powers of this realm view us as vulnerable prey, but we will make them see the other ways. Yes, sir. Both agents are not, but these like to steal our land. They'll learn to be the warriors of House. They'll learn to fear the warriors of House Wolffort in due time. I was about to stay together. No more than ever. I'm counting you. Our residents are pretty stable. I wonder if the benefits of Hyzante are worth destroying that. Okay, that makes sense now. I bet she is signed with Azeroth because she doesn't want to harm Prince Roland. I agree with Eredor. I don't want to be allies with Azeroth. But signing with Hyzante now is tantamount to betrayal, and who would dare trust such disloyal warriors after that? I wonder if they also agree. I bet, so in that case, I wonder if you, so if you betray Azeroth in this case, you probably set yourself up to, have to fight Wolffort anyway. My knowledge of both ages caused me quite a dilemma. While I'm concerned about fighting alongside the class Holy State, I can't bring myself to put my faith in the Duchy either. What are your thoughts, Lord Jarnoa? So you would prefer to fight alongside Azeroth? May I inquire why? You meant to say that Azeroth is the saber option too. I suppose there is some merit in doing it the day you can't see rather than foaming around in the dark. Because of the start of this war, Hyzante made it was motivation for marching against us, but I can't see us eyeing the Azeroth. Why do you believe it better join first Azeroth than Hyzante? Prince Roland is likely there because of Azeroth. We know that they plan on executing him sooner or later. Time is of the essence. If you would save him, I would think it better out of Hyzante and deal with his captors. I'm also lost, Frederica. Do you mind speaking more? Of course not. I want to know where his mind is, Noah.
Surely.
So we must use the duchy if you're to help Prince Roland. Because I'm not the type to dispose of a useful pawn, it's time someone used such a callous against him.
What do you...
I'm actually up against the wall, but I still won't join forces with the bastards. They took Prince Walk and joined the House Folks. I won't see him selling the House Wolffort getting me any longer. Are you out of your mind? I suppose you have a point. I thought joining hands with Hyzante would be the best for House Wolffort. We can't well very well advance His Highness. Still, I've got pride in his member of this house. I don't think I have need to keep banging the goose like this. Each has its strengths and weaknesses. We must carefully consider which would be best serve us in battle, or what others would be thinking. So these would just be joining forces of Azeroth. I must admit, I'm curious of your reasons, my lord. House End manages madly assault. I doubt that House End charged them with marching against and alone no less. Their defeat certainly lies in counting coin, not swinging swords. They really might leave us something to be desired. If only say Tree wished to invade another nation, they would send Minister Exar instead. In which case, I at House End would avail us nothing should their action not be sent by Hyzante. Certainly. If you don't mind continuing, I'd like to hear more of your reasoning. Make an opportunity to examine your own thoughts. Might is right in Azeroth. If we defeat Hyzante in battle, we may win the Dutch favorite and find a way to best in turn. Certainly. Indeed, despite our process to ask for more paths for us. I was warning you that the Archduke is not a man so easily bested. You mean to say Gustav will crush those who are no use to him, as well as those who even pose the slightest threat? Just so, there's reasons he stands the pinnacle of nature where only the strong shall thrive. He's man such victory and nothing else. That being said, it raises the question whether or not we would want to be vassals of such a nation. Okay, let's see how this worked. I think I have a pretty high utility now right now, so I think it should be fine.
It is time to cast our votes. Do we join forces with the army of Esfrost? Approach the scales of conviction.
I stand with you.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Cool. We got 2 of them over.
I have no qualms with that.
3. And as the no, it was Hewitt. No, Eridor. It was Eridor.
You won me over.
There we go.
The way forward is decided. We ally with the Grand Duchy of Esfrost and decimate the Hyzantian forces.
Cool.
The road forward is decided. We shall join forces with Esfrost to crush the Hyzantian army.
I shall send word at once to begin planning our strategy.
I'll tell the guards to shut the gates and tighten their patrols.
Thank you. Then let us attend to our duties.
I guess we're probably gonna fight fight at a house. Maybe the castle gates. We'll be the town of the gates. We've never fought in the castle gates before, so maybe it is the gates. That'd be interesting. See, the gates so far we've only fought in other battles.